Have you ever wondered when the thrill of horse racing began? Our journey takes us back to the nomadic tribes of yesteryears, when horses were not just pets or means of transportation, they were an essential part of survival. It was a time when the swift gallop of a horse could mean the difference between life and death. In these ancient societies, horse racing wasn't merely a sport, it was a testament to the strength of the tribe and the prowess of its riders. Each race was a thrilling spectacle, a blend of raw strength, sheer speed, and strategic maneuvering that held the fate of tribes and the honor of warriors. The significance of horse racing in these societies was immense. It was a symbol of power, a display of courage, and a crucial element in warfare. The fastest horse could outrun danger, outmaneuver enemies, and ensure the survival of the tribe. So, the seeds of horse racing were sown in the raw and rugged lifestyles of our ancient ancestors. As civilizations flourished, so did the sport of horse racing. In ancient Egypt, horses were revered, and their races were events of great significance. The Greeks too held horse racing in high esteem, incorporating it into their celebrated Olympic Games. However, it was in Rome where horse racing truly evolved into a spectacle. Chariot races became the sport of the masses. These events were elegant, thrilling, and often dangerous, with chariots hurtling around the tracks at breakneck speeds. Each race was an elaborate production, often associated with religious festivities. The grandeur of the Colosseum, filled with the roars of an eager crowd and the thundering hooves of the horses, paints a vivid picture of the excitement that surrounded these races. The Romans treated horse racing as more than just a sport. It was a symbol of power, a demonstration of skill, and a celebration of their civilization's achievements. In the grandeur of ancient civilizations, horse racing found its place as a royal sport. As centuries passed, horse racing continued to evolve. The Middle Ages brought about a significant transformation in the sport. During this period, horse racing was no longer just a means of settling disputes or displaying military prowess. It started to take on a form more akin to the racing we know today. The establishment of formal rules was a major turning point. This was a time when the aristocracy began to see the sport as more than a pastime, but as an opportunity for competition and prestige. The introduction of these rules brought structure and order, elevating the sport to a whole new level of sophistication. Then, in the 17th century, a new chapter began with the introduction of thoroughbred racing. The breeding of horses for speed and stamina became a focus, and the thoroughbred, known for its agility and speed, became the breed of choice for these races. This was a game changer. The sport was no longer just about the rider's skill but also about the horse's pedigree, training, and innate abilities. And then came the creation of major horse racing events that have stood the test of time. One such event is the Kentucky Derby, first run in 1875. It's a race that has since become an iconic part of American culture. The Run for the Roses, as it's fondly called, is not just a race, it's a spectacle, a tradition, a celebration of the sport's rich history and the incredible bond between horse and rider. But it's not just in the United States. From the Melbourne Cup in Australia to the Royal Ascot in the United Kingdom, horse racing events have become important cultural touchstones, bringing together people of all backgrounds in a shared love for the sport. From its humble beginnings, horse racing has grown into a worldwide phenomenon, enjoyed by millions around the globe. From the dusty tracks of its inception to the grandeur of today's racing events, the sport has truly come a long way. And as we look to the future, one thing is certain. The legacy of horse racing will continue to evolve, galloping forward into the annals of history. Let's take a gallop back through the history of horse racing. Our journey started with the nomadic tribes. These early civilizations weren't just racing for fun, it was a matter of survival, a way to prove their horses were the fittest and fastest. As we moved forward in time, we landed in the opulent courts of ancient civilizations, where horse racing had evolved into a sport of kings, a grand spectacle for the elite. But the story didn't end there. Over centuries, horse racing has continued to evolve, shifting from a royal pastime to a worldwide spectacle. It transcended boundaries, spread across continents, and today, it's a sport loved by millions. It's an exhilarating blend of strategy, speed, and risk, bringing together jockeys, horses, and spectators in a shared moment of anticipation and triumph. From a survival strategy to a royal sport to a worldwide spectacle, horse racing has had quite a remarkable journey through history.